Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Lozy PC, and welcome back more in particular to Workers and Resources. Yes, we are back in Lemkovia. Now, the update for the garbage is not yet here, as far as I'm aware. Let us just double check before we realize it is. I don't think it is. It's due... hello, Jono. I miss you too. They did say maybe the end of this week or the beginning of next week, so it's all good. So we are back in Lemkovia, and yeah, we are hoping to get some more progress done. We are quickly approaching the end of our first decade. So let's kind of see how that ends up going. And yeah, that's the intriguing one. We've got our building plants, or not building plants, but our new building sites and construction offices being built over here, so that we can kind of get things like this lot built. Now, something I really should do, and I didn't think of doing this before, is making a little dirt road over here. Why is this not letting me cross over here? Overlaps with existing construction, which is the telephone, the poles. But we can quickly delete those with great ease and do that, and then go back into electronics and connect. There we go. And that way they can get built anyway. And it also means we can kind of get around to building over here as well, which, let's be honest, is kind of important. It's one of those things that we do really want to get built up and established, just so that we can start making sure that when we build into the city, we're not waiting around for years and years and years to get stuff going. Population-wise, I think we are doing pretty well. We've grown from 4,100 to 4,400. Hopefully that keeps increasing. Our money is increasing. We're actually doing somewhat okay, as hard as that is to believe. But yeah, it is kind of going. We got tractors that seemingly don't go to here, which makes me wonder why. I wonder if it is because there needs to be that little bit of fuel. And there wasn't. But yes, we do have tractors now harvesting our grain. I'm hoping that the key thing is... Oh, bear with me. There is someone at the door. Someone trying to sell me internet, despite the fact that, got internet. My internet works fine most of the time. There's always one. And it was kind of funny because he was there talking to me, and my girlfriend's gone to go get her haircut. So when we were away, her brother had the key, or the spare key, to come in, look after the cat. So she's taking the key to lock the door while I'm up here streaming, because obviously I wouldn't be paying too much attention to what's going on. So I have to open the fucking side window and talk to him out the window. He was very confused. And I'm sure if someone was looking around, they'd also be very confused. So, let's crack back on. Things we were kind of been doing recently. We've got our coal system up and running. Although we are slowly running out of coal ore. We need to get more workers into this coal mine. Quick sugar water. And we do have some houses we're going to build up. But obviously, we need to get, obviously, the infrastructure and things like that into that for that to be built. So it could be a bit of an interesting one. Now, we do have a lot of excess coal, which is kind of handy. But yeah, we definitely need some more coal and some more workers. Now, something we could do in the meantime is just kind of having a look over here. We do have a lot of workers that are waiting. Now, something that is going to happen is... Obviously, we are going to have the panel factory and then the cement plant that are going to be requiring workers. We do also have other locations that are going to be requiring workers. But what we could do is we could run a little bus line up here, just for the kind of time being, to make sure that what we have is we have workers at least trying to go into this coal mine and dig coal. So let us do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this road here, just for the time being. And let's go into bus stop, and there should be some freebie bus stops somewhere. Not that one. There is that one, but that doesn't looks slightly out of place. There we go, bus station. My mouse is still fucked. There we go. So we have our Yanni bus station. And do we have anything that just is kind of, that's on a bit of a line, though. View line details. It doesn't actually tell me where it's going. It's going over to, guessing, Nietzsche. Yeah, it's going over to here and dropping people off, and then going over to Trava, which is over here, which we kind of need to finish building soon, because we've got more farms there that we need to access. So let us get another. I've got riding horses. Why are these here? Don't know. Now we do have 4-horse teams. Okay, so we downloaded the 4-horse team mod, which does allow our horses to move a little bit quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this, and then you guys can come up to here. Start. So these now travel at 22 kilometers an hour. Woohoo! Breakneck speed. And they're also slightly different horses. They're slightly better models. Although I don't know. They feel like, you know, it's one of those things where they're slightly better models, but at the same time, they kind of look slightly out of place compared to the other ones. They still got the fantastic leg movement, though. So we don't have to worry about that. So that should hopefully get us a little bit more coal ore, which in turn should hopefully keep this stocked and stable. As we say, coal is our biggest export and really our only export at the moment. So we do need to make sure that is happening. We need some bricks and boards over here. We've got passenger wagons on the way, which is fine. Oh, they're actually laying bricks at the moment, so we just need workers over here for the time being, which is fine. We've got boards going to unfinished heating pipes. Interesting. I'm not going to complain too much because, again, it's that infrastructure we need. Bring them over by bus. Exactly, Delphi. People do yearn for the mines. Why would they not? You know, the mines is everything we need to provide them. How are we doing on the old crop situation? It seems that we are actually getting most of the crops in, which is good. This was a problem that we were kind of having before, which was we weren't necessarily getting our crops in, and we were losing a lot over winter. Now, the tractors are doing pretty well. We've also got the wagons here. They don't carry a lot at once, but there is a couple coming at once. The only issue is they do take it. There is a little bit of a backlog, but so far so good. So I'm not going to complain too much. There is 12 tons on there, but they should get cut pretty smoothly. So yeah, I think mostly it's going okay in terms of the crop yield. What we can do is we go to economy and trade and go to domestic production this year. Have a look at crops. 288 tons. Last year we produced 356. How much of that we actually got into our village and city centres is a whole other question in itself. Now, something else we do need to make sure is that we have people working in this shop. Because if we have people working in this shop, we shouldn't, in theory, have many people leaving the villages. In theory. Okay? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean fuck all, but it is a theory that should kind of happen. that will then allow us to use this bakery to not necessarily completely provide food to, what do we call it? The Umber, but it should be able to help. In the meantime, what we can do is we can get this going and start loading up a little bit of food just to kind of help. We can see that there is still quite a bit of back traffic, which is something ideally we need to sort. So, yeah, we will see about that. Population is fine. There is a couple of escapes, which is always a little bit worrying. Food seems to be getting to where it needs to be. How are we doing on the old meat situation? Still pretty fucking terrible, honestly. It's kind of one of those things that we've never really gotten sorted. You know, our fields don't really produce that many cattle. So, yeah, it's not great, I suppose, but... And there's a load of cattle over here. Is there anything that comes to it? Correlated vehicles. There should be something that comes here. Ah, it's the one that's trapped. Okay. Because we're currently building these roads as well. Because we are upgrading our infrastructure as we go. Because infrastructure be important, yo. So, happiness has actually slightly dipped. It's not great. Coal is still moving heavily where it needs to be. Has the bus come along here yet? It is on the way. But did it actually pick anybody up? By the looks of things, no it didn't. And I'd rather it didn't waste fuel trying to, you know, what you call it? Go all the way up there and come back. I mean, by fuel, I mean waste its energy. Okay, so we've got over 100 tons of crop here. I think something else that would be useful maybe in this area is to build a bit of a food factory. Just to make food move a little quicker. And keep the bakeries for, like, providing, you know... I mean, it's a fairly large bakery, to be fair, but it can then just make sure that it's providing food for, you know, the various bakeries around. Now, something else we can do, we do have covered wagons. So, let us go to here and here. And let us load bread and unload bread here. And then that should hopefully help move stuff. And again, it's just kind of trying to see if we can keep ourselves on top of things and slowly progressing. We are actually making some fair dough this month, which is pretty fun. How are we doing over here? 24 workers in there. 14 work days to get the bricks laid, and then we're building the roof. So that's fun. Very fun. There's a lot of passengers waiting there. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. But it's fine, I guess. Not quite sure why there's so many passengers, but it's fine, I guess. There's no alcohol in there. That's something that we will need eventually to try and sort out, which is our alcohol. Get our brews going. Did that bus pick up anybody? There is 43 workers waiting there. Let's see. Why is that not picking anybody up? Oh, let's take on your way. I know there's one reason and one reason only. It's because it's not connected. So they can't actually go anywhere, so why would they want to go there? Ah, what a dumbass. It's okay, we sorted it. We sorted it. It's just going to do a bit of a turnaround and a loop. A loop on the station. Okay. Right, now is it going to pick people up? Yes. Okay, cool. So, hopefully those workers will go and do something useful. Well, it looks like Jano's research mod has kicked in properly. So, well done, Jano. Although, isn't your mod about to become obsolete? Is the update. Okay, what do we need on this? More boards. Bum bum bum. Bum bum ba da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. No, 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 no. Actually, you know what? I actually will let students go there. Passengers, no, but students. Wow, look how fast this is moving at a whole 21 kilometers an hour. What?